Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this event called The Adventure by Maharajas Mill Institute, the Department of Commerce. Um, in this event, you all had to reinvent any pre-existing advertisement, and all of the class was divided into a group of six, and the rules were as follows. Each group would have been given 10 minutes. Teamwork was important, creativity was there. Teamwork, marketing jargons used, most feasible idea, completion within time, idea of the promotional mix could be judged. Um, this activity is being counted as an assignment for 20 marks, and winning team would get an extra attendance. So the event is about picking up any existing advertisement and putting your creativity and perspective into it to create a new one. You could have used a PowerPoint presentation, made videos, use music or any other creative form to show your idea. Just it had to be respectful and formal. A budget had to be allotted to your advertisement, and you would have to explain how it would go out in the market by allotting it a price and channels of distribution. Okay, so the first team was Naam Benam. Are you guys here?
Yes, we are ready.
Yes.
So I'll start presenting.
Okay.
Anshul, you can start now.
Uh, Hello everyone, ma'am and my other fellow friends. So today our team is going to present and recreate an advertisement of company Fair and Lovely, who changed their name from Fair and Lovely to Glow and Lovely. So the following would be the content of our presentation. Yeah. So first, we will show you the actual advertisement which exists, and then we'll do the analysis of the advertisement, and then we'll further go to the criticism. Then we'll show the advertisement which we tried to recreate, and then we'll talk about rebranding, and then there will be a comparison done, and after that, last but not the least, budgeting. So there's the actual advertisement. Shreya, we cannot hear the music. Uh,
Are you not able to hear the music?
no.
I guess there's an option which I have to,
No,
search.
no.
Mm, just a second.
Nano voice is breaking.
Now, now is it audible?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Yes,
Share your screen.
नया दौर नई पहचान बने काम से मेरा नाम DFC नामुमकिन में नाम बने काम से पहचान यहाँ दिखती है जो शाही सामने तूफान कहानी मेरी बहुत खास मंजिल जो दूर लगे बहुत पास मेरा फ्लो मेरी पहचान मेरे रंग का ना सोचो पूरे हो इरादे खुद से ये वादा मेरे साथ मैं आपको तो सारा देश बोलेगा मेरी भाषा मेरे ग्लो को ना रोको हिम्मत से लड़ने में लगे फांसना ये आसान मेरे ग्लो को ना रोको चेहरे के पीछे छुपा क्या है राज, आखिर मैं तो हूँ मैं सिर्फ एक इंसान, स्याही रुके ना तोड़े हर लगाम, खुले पंख उड़ने को ऊपर आसमान, नकाब के पर चले ये जुबान, रोक जो कभी तो खुद को संभाल, रंग नर्द इस बात को तू देख, हर रंग में दौड़े जो उसका रंग तो मेरा फ्लो मेरी पहचान, मेरे रंग का ना सोचो पूरे हो इरादे खुद से ये वादा, मेरे साथ मैं आपको तो सारा देश बोलेगा मेरी भाषा, मेरे ग्लो को ना रोको, हिम्मत से लड़ने लगे फांसना ये आसा, मेरे ग्लो को ना रोको, ना रोको।
Shreyas, you can start now.
So Yash and I would like to present the analysis of the advertisement. The first point I'd like to discuss is that it's a departure from traditional dogma. The ad is centered around a girl not wedged down by what society considers becoming. In this case, that happens to be a fair complexion. It's not an outcry for help and despite from our supposedly egalitarian society. In fact, it stands in stark opposition to all such ads, as it encourages a life unhindered by what society has hitherto thought of as dazzling. There is a place for everyone under the sun. Most ads deride the viewers, make them feel inadequate to sell products, assuaging the insecurities thus planted into their impressionable minds, helping the businesses make substantially more profits, but at the same time rattling the sense of self-worth of a diverse group of women who have just as much of a right to feel good about themselves. Secondly, the emphasis is on intrinsic worth. This ad signifies that the changing times are marked by the concept of glow, which is essentially symbolism that even dusky or dark skinned women can carve an identity for themselves if they can persevere in the face of adversity and nigh insurmountable odds with self confidence and tenacity. In this sense, they are no different from their fairer counterparts. As to how the producers intend to go about inculcating the virtues that they so proudly endorse, I haven't the foggiest. Now I'd like to hand over the talking stick to Yash.
Now, I would like to add on to what Shreyas said. This ad basically seems to appeal to the consumer sentimentality. The ad seems to focus more on idealism. It seems like a bit of a red herring, a planted clue leading to inaccurate extrapolation. They intend to enchant women with this glorified message and strike a profound chord in the hopes that they will buy the product in the spur of the moment. In doing so, their intent will be to enlist in this solidarity, fanning the fires of revolution that opens a window of opportunity for the capable and the determined. The producers are selling a sentiment and not a product. The ad is disingenuous in the sense that it hopes to move the buyers so deeply that they will buy the product without making any inquiry as regards its efficacy. That's all about the analysis of the advertisement shown on the previous slide. Hand over to Mohak.
So, why did the ad needed recreation? A race towards racism. Fair and Lovely ad used to show a father wishing he had a son because he has a dark skinned daughter and a daughter who wishes to be an air hostess but has to apply Fair and Lovely and become light skinned to get the job. Even after changing its name to Glow and Lovely, they've kept the formula intact, and the promotional tool has just changed from the advertisement to more of public relations. So the product, no matter what it is called, has set the notion that being fair skinned is the ticket to success in life.
Visual in vain. In the new Glow and Lovely advertisement, many girls are showing dance to its jingle while cooking or shooting a video. The concept of the actual product is completely unrelated to what is depicted.
Out of tune. Mera Glow Meri Pehchan being the new jingle of the advertisement only adds to the legacy of the stereotypes of the brand. When translated to English, it means my good looks are my identity, which is not any different from what the brand preached earlier.
Longing for attention. Another shortcoming that it has is the violation of the basic principle of advertisement. In other words, to strike the attention of the receiver. Shorter the advertisement, more is the impact. But the new advertisement of the product is perhaps way too long and thus frustrating.
The millennial backlash. Modern consumers whose sense of self worth is beyond superficial aspects such as skin color are at a strong disagreement with the components of the advertisement. The market for it has shrunk over the past decade, perhaps garnering more hate than revenue. Summing everything up, the question what identity of an individual has to do with his or her glow is quite intriguing. Over to Anshul.
On the screen, we can see a quote. It's a very beautiful quote. Transforming a brand into a socially responsible leader doesn't happen overnight by simply writing new marketing and advertising strategies. It takes effort to identify a vision that your customers will find credible and aligned with their values. So, by keeping the above quote in mind, we have made the advertisement on our own and we have technically recreated the advertisement which existed. So, here we go.
So, good morning everyone, this is Siddharth, and let us take a minute to discuss exactly why was this rebranding required. On May 25th, 2020, a black man named George Floyd was physically harassed by a white police officer and later on died in custody during his arrest by the Minneapolis police officers in the United States. This was followed by social unrest, protests, and riots in the area, which quickly expanded into the nationwide Black Lives Matter movement. The movement soon reached far corners of the world with the help of social media. The first major demonstration was seen in the United Kingdom, where statues of historical figures associated with racial discrimination were taken down or damaged by the protesters. Communities in many countries came together to protest against all types of discrimination, giving this movement a broader scope. Among all this, companies and advertisements indirectly promoting such beliefs and perceptions were targeted on social media and faced backlash and calls for their boycott. The public outrage against such brands led to a PR crisis for their marketing teams. They soon started working on damage control. For instance, recently the American healthcare and FMCG giant Johnson & Johnson has stopped the sale of its skin whitening creams globally. French personal care maker the L'Oreal Group also said that it will drop words such as white, whitening, fair, fairness, light, and lightening from all its skincare products. Lastly, up until June, the matchmaking website Shadi.com had a skin tone filter that asked users to specify their skin color. It was removed in light of the Black Lives Matter movement. So this was how the entire process of rebranding Fair and Lovely to Glow and Lovely started. Thank you, and over to Agrim.
So, in the wake of global debate about racial inequality, companies are rebranding their products to keep up the values of different sections of the society. One such example is Johnson & Johnson, which decided to stop selling skin whitening products. Another example is HUL and Imami. HUL dominates the men fairness cream segment with 65% share. It decided to change the tagline from Fair and Handsome to Glow and Handsome. On the other hand, HUL changed its tagline from Fair and Lovely for men to Glow and Handsome. This created a rift between the two. Imami accuses HUL's move as unfair business practice to mislead and confuse the customers. According to Bombay High Court, it does appear that HUL was the prior adopter of the mark, as it had filed its trademark application first in September 2018 and subsequently in June 2020. So there is a legal advantage that a brand owner gets when it is the first one to launch or anyhow commercially use a certain brand name. While Imami is reportedly consulting legal experts on the matter, but it has not filed any formal suit. It was in fact HUL that filed an application with the Bombay High Court under Trademark Act seeking an injunction to keep Imami from issuing groundless threats. So far, according to Bombay High Court, Imami's threats do amount to a threat, but the question for whether they are unlawful or groundless is yet to be determined. So, so over to Sanskar now.
I will be presenting on budgeting. The price of a product is 140. It's cost-based pricing, in which pricing involves calculating total cost it takes to make a product, then adding a percentage markup to determine the final price of a product. Price breakup is material cost is equal to 30 rupees, machine labor cost 25 rupees, overhead and miscellaneous expenses 15 rupees, advertisement cost 30. This comes to be a total cost 100. Adding 50 margin total cost, so MRP will be 149. Our prices are a little bit higher as compared with competitor because we are providing premium quality and our customer won't hesitate to buy these premium products. Advertising tool we will use our social media. In social media, we will be collaborating with social media influencers and we'll run some campaigns in Instagram and Facebook. We will also advertising through billboards in metropolitan cities. We will also advertise through commercial advertisement to reach maximum audience. Over to Sanskar.
So the channel of distribution that we are going to use will be intensive distribution. Under the intensive distribution strategy, all the possible outlets will be used by our company to distribute the product. It will create brand awareness of the product as well as boost sales. There are various advantages of intensive distribution. First, it increases the supply of the product, which raises the chances of more sales. More sales means more revenue for the company. Next, go-to-market strategy will be applied. Now, go-to-market strategy is the plan of an organization utilizing their inside and outside resources, example, sales force and distributors, which are already existing to deliver their unique value proposition to customers and achieve an competitive advantage and edge over others. Over to Anshul.
Yeah, so this was our presentation for this topic. I hope that it was very informative and you liked our presentation. I would like to thank all my team members for cooperating and working in a good coordination manner. Thank you.
That's all from our side. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Uh,
Very
thank-
good presentation. Yes, Devanshi, over to you.
Thank you, Nandinam. You guys provided us great insights about reinventing the so-called famous theme. So now we will move on to the next theme, that is Miss Crampton Granulars. If they are here now, so we can start with it. Is the second team here now?
Yes, we are present. I'll be presenting the PPT, Devanshi.
Sure, you can go ahead. I've made everyone presenter today.
Is my screen visible?
No, it's not visible.
Okay, ma'am, I will start the presentation now. Uh, Good morning, guys. We are the Scranton Stranglers and hereby present the phone for the future, Galaxy Z Fold 2. Next, the Galaxy Z Fold 2 on one hand is a phone, and on the other it becomes a tablet when flattened. Its cutting edge puts it above and beyond all other smartphones now and in the upcoming future. Once you use it, you will keep using it. Over to the next person.
Features of the product. The futuristic mobile comes in with two colors, Mystic Black and Mystic Bronze. When folded shut, Galaxy Z Fold 2's 5G is a cutting-edge smartphone with a 6.2 inches screen. The expansive display gives you more room to play, perfect for texting, talking, and gaming. Next. Samsung DeX help you to connect to your TV or monitor via Wi-Fi to multitask on the dedicated PC like UI. Samsung Knox helps to secure the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Authentication simply shift your finger to the fingerprint scanner on the side of the phone and unlock securely. Wireless power share helps in sharing your charge with others. Intelligent performance, the revolutionary AI helps your phone work at its most efficient for ideal performance and battery life. Bixby, your always ready intelligent assistant, simply press the key on the side. Bixby Vision, turn your camera into the intelligent tool which gives you information about your world around you. eSIM, the built-in electronic SIM makes swapping between plans, phones, carriers as simple as going to the carriers. Thank you. Over to Chetna.
Promotion mix. Next slide. Implementation of advertisement. For the advertisement of this mobile phone, maximum promotion of this phone will be ensured by using the full means of online as well as offline modes of advertisement. Online modes: Google ads, social media ads, YouTube ads. Offline modes: billboards, banners. Billboard and banner ads are the oldest version of mobile ads. The origin of banner advertisement can be traced back to the web marketing. In most of the cases, they are depicted by images or graphics with text. They are designed to grab the attention of customers. Google Ads. Google Ads can be viewed on desktop and both on mobile. There is an option for device targeting which allows the advertisers to select only smartphones and tablets. Instagram and YouTube ads. With this, we can reach potential customers and have them to take action on what they watch on their interest. Over to the Karthik.
Now for attracting buyers, we have decided two techniques. First is for offline mode and second is for those who want to buy it from home. For offline mode or personally buying consumers, partial refund is implemented. Refund of 2000 if the buyer want to buy the phone from the shop and choose to pay through ICICI Bank. And second is for that exchange offer, which includes the exchange of old phone with the new one. Charges will be according to its uses. Over next to Ajinkya.
So the first batch of production will be at 1 lakh units for of phones. So we have set our price to be at 90,000 for each unit and price breakup are as follows. Production cost per unit to be 60,000. Total production cost will be 600 crore rupees. Advertisement cost per unit to be 10,000 and total advertisement cost will be 100 crore rupees. Transportation and packaging cost per unit to be 10,000 and total transportation cost will be 1000 crore rupees. And in last, we have set our product profit to be at 10,000 for each and every product, which makes our total profit for first batch to be at 100 crore rupees. So why we have this high price? We have this high price because we came with our innovative fold smartphones. Thank you. Over to Prerna.
So now the thing is what our box contains. So we have a brand new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 phone with one set of earplugs with extra ear tips, which can help you for the adjustment according to your ears. One charging plug with wire, which give you a maximum backup to charge your phone, and one SIM ejector pin to easily inject your SIM protectively. Over to Rian.
Distribution channels. We use online and offline methods. In online methods, we're using Amazon, Flipkart, the official Samsung website, and Reliance Digital. For offline stores, we use a one level distribution channel containing a single retailer. The product is manufactured and distributed to the retailers for further distributions. The retailer consists of Samsung stores, Chroma, Reliance Digital stores, etc. Over to the next.
So, for our brand ambassador for this product in India, we have chosen Mr. Sunil Khetri as a brand ambassador. We feel that he is a suitable person to promote our product, our phone, as he is a prominent figure in his field of work. Thank you so much. That was all from our side.
Thank you, team. Your idea was very innovative as well as the product. And the presentation also was very good. We really liked the idea of the brand ambassador. And if ma'am wants to say something.
I really like the promotional tool in terms of the offer you gave, like cashbacks, and in terms of exchange offers, and also the idea of brand ambassador. So, very well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so moving on, we get on to the next thing, which is marketing mobsters. So if they are there, they can start with their presentation. Marketing mobsters, if the team is here, you guys can start.
Devanshi, the team is here. Please just give a minute. We're having some
Sure,
issues on
sure,
our end.
take your time.
Please give a minute. Thank you.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. Our product is Glow and Lovely. So let's talk about how it all began. So Fair and Lovely, which was the earlier brand, Hindustan Liver introduced it in the market in 1975 to stir up the insecurity people associated with the brand and with the skin tone, and to make profit of the exploitation and the insecurity people felt with brown skin. And they made, boy did they make a lot of profits. The brand occupied 80% of the cosmetic line in India by 2012 and was Hindustan Unilever's most successful cosmetic line. But what they exploited hundreds of people from haunted them in the end. They faced backlash and criticism with the raising of beauty standards and their racist undertones and the promotion of colorism in India. We are going to change that with the rebranding of the product to Glow and Lovely. We are going to change the way people associate with the brand. We're going to change the perspective people have. We are not a racist company or a racist brand anymore. We are going to spread the acceptance of different colors and different beauty standards. We're going to break the standards of beauty, and we present to you how we decide to rebrand and introduce the product in the market.
Charvi, do you have background music also?
Yes, ma'am, is it not audible?
It was not audible. Ask Shreya that what settings she has made.
Ma'am, I just switched on my mic, then it was audible.
Then it was audible. Yours is not audible, Charvi.
Ma'am, let me just continue with the presentation and I'll change some settings and try it in the end.
Okay,
Shift it to
fine.
the end. So that let's not
Okay.
waste any time.
Okay.
Okay, so let's begin with the presentation, team members.
So let's talk about the features of Glow and Lovely. Glow and Lovely contains synthesized combination of extensively researched, safe and internationally approved cosmetic ingredients.
It promotes glow by activating vitamin B3 and vitamin B6 and brightens skins and spots and stimulates skin renewal.
The product is designed to improve the skin barrier function, improve skin firmness, and smoothen skin's texture.
Glow and Lovely is based on pioneering technology that has made multiple skin health benefits available to millions of consumers at an affordable price. Handling over to Harshad.
Why did we choose this product? We chose this product because Fair and Lovely products were directly related to demean average Indian men and women who are dark skinned. The implication that if an Indian woman or man was dark skinned and do not use Fair and Lovely, they were not beautiful, confident, and probably will not have a successful career.
The firm used the insecurities of the Indian women culture to advertise a product that is mildly effective, unethical, and illegal. Where the company violated the provisions of the Indian Cable and Network Act of 1995, which prohibits adverts satirize any race, color, caste, creed, and nationality, and emphasize women as passive, submissive, and encourage them to play subordinate, secondary roles in family and society. It is important that the company understand the profound effect and consequences of promotional strategy on customers' perception of the product. Handling over to the next question.
So we chose this brand because we wanted to project a message that all is beautiful, that color does not represent us, and that we are different, and we should embrace our differences. What are the key points of the ads, Manav?
So the key point. So I'm going to tell you about the key points of our ad. The first and foremost key point of our ad is that skin color doesn't determine our beauty. It doesn't matter whether you are fair skin or whether you are dark skinned. It doesn't determine that you can look beautiful or not. The the next key the next key point is that complexions doesn't matter. People with different complexions can glow in the same capacity. The next key point is that this ad is going to break the beauty standards. This is going to this is going to remove the assumption that dark skinned people cannot look beautiful. There should be no racism involved in determining whether a person can look beautiful or not. Now Vivek is going to tell you about the rest of the key points.
Sorry to interrupt,
Also,
but kindly rotate your screen because nothing is visible.
Are you guys done or you are rotating the screen?
Devanshi, give us a minute. Actually, Chavi is having some connection issues, so that's why she'll just get.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Ma'am, is it visible now?
Yes, Charvi, it is visible now. You
Yeah,
can
so
proceed
we were
now.
discussing the key points of the ad. So the next key point of the ad is concept of glorifying healthy skin and not fair skin. This means that we should promote healthy skin instead of fair skin. Healthy skin is a long-term process. If you have a healthy skin, you can go further in many ways, and fair skin can also be dull afterwards. Then feel the glow within. This means that if we should feel the glow within, not it's not beauty is not only about our face. It's not only outside. It's also internal. Next, over to the next person.
So, yeah, to talk about what sets us apart is that we have used emotional marketing and personalized marketing techniques. And the ad that we have reconstructed, it comes up it comes up as a very personalized thing, and everybody can connect to it. And it's not just an announcement. So we have used the emotional marketing and advertising efforts in which it's kind of marketing wherein emotions are used to create a connection with the audience. And we have kept it for as we said, that we have rebranded in such a manner that we have made all the skin tones inclusive, so that therefore it gives a personalized touch, and the goal is to be thought provoking and to generate conversations so that the brand is remembered. Now over to Shikhar.
So let's talk about the budgeting of this ad. Since this is a TV ad, the budgeting segment will only cover ads on television here. So we'll be advertising on multiple channels, and we have segregated them into two broad categories. First is general entertainment channels, or we like to call them GECs from now on. Star, which includes Star Plus, Sony TV, ZTV, and others like them. The other category is news channels, which includes Aaj Tak, Republic TV, and other news channels. Also, just a note here, all costs have been calculated using the final approved rates mentioned by the Directorate of Advertising and Visual Publicity. So, we'll start with how we calculated these ads. Now, let's take Star Plus for example. Star Plus has different rates for different time periods. For example, there's a prime time of 8 to 11 p.m. and they charge higher rates for that time. And they charge, for example, 54.3 thousand per 10-second ad in that period. So we have made a campaign for about 1 month, and they include ads telecasted only on the prime times. So that's how we have drawn the budget, and we come to the conclusion that Star Plus takes 3.138 crore. Sony TV, Sony Entertainment Television will cover 0.25 crore. Zee TV will cover 0.5 crore, and others like them will cover 0.2 crore. So they will have a GECs will take a total of 5 crores. Let's move on to news channels. So the thing about news channels is that all the rates of news channels are basically homogeneous, and they're basically the same. So we have taken just Aaj Tak as a sample, and we have calculated our rates based on that. So we advertise on at least 8 channels, and Aaj Tak Aaj Tak alone will cost 57.6 lakhs. So advertising on 8 channels, we get 4.6 crore as our expenditure on news channels. Also, I'd like to say here that Fair and Lovely recently spent 15 crores on their whole TV advertisement campaign. And here we have only taken 9.4 crores, approximately 10 crores, because this is in respect to prudence for the pandemic. And we do not have, like many other companies, we have to cut costs, and thus we have reduced our expenditure here. Thank you.
I would also like to highlight the use of personalized marketing that we have used. That means provoking and generating conversations so that the brand is remembered. So, like I said, with Glow and Lovely, we are going to rebrand it, and we are aiming to change the perception of people when they look at the brand, because right now all we see is a racist brand who promotes colorism in India, but we want to change that. And with the use of these tools like emotional marketing and personalized marketing, we are going to target the emotions of the public and try to persuade them uh, for a different perspective of the brand.